Hello, I'd like to welcome all back to Darksiders 2. A few things I actually need to do early on. That's pretty neat. Minimap rotate. I don't care about those silly things. Open source licenses. Holy shit, there are 6 pages! When you have infinite scrolling, do you really need 6 pages? That's the question. So yeah. It took a couple of hours to get back to this point though. Karn appears to be glitching through the door. So instead, I'm gonna do this dungeon in one sleek go. A few things. I've only collected a few pages of the dead. I do still intend on getting all of the pages of the dead. I'm not so certain if I'm still going after all of the boatman tokens, because that's so incredibly difficult to keep track of right now. I will be going after all the stone bites, because that is a quest, and thus technically can be traced. I like how he still finds that comically hilarious. Impossible. How could that possibly be possible? So yeah, I'll see you when we actually get to the part with the first stone, and yeah. That's pretty much the point where we left off, right? If I'm correct, the whole mistake happened at the first stone. And there's the first stone! Gee whiz, Karn, you sure are one glitchy son of a gun. This place is a mess. Such a mess. Seriously, what are you doing? Oh, you're fighting this guy, aren't you? Oh no! So much fighting. I blame the lack of route now. This is all going so horribly, horribly wrong. Oh no! So much fighting! I did change difficulty mode, right? Whew! Oh, Karn, shut the fuck up. And do not forget to go hop hey. Man, I really like... I should really do a playthrough of Yoshi's Stories once. That Yoshi's Story and I have a bit of a weird history. We rented the game, and that was the only time I could ever play it, and it was a dumb little fuck back then, so it didn't know what it was doing. And last time I saved directly after this, and because of that, the game decided, you know what, when you load, you can't do this anymore. Also, THQ wants me to register at their community service, despite the fact that THQ is bankrupt. That just shows. And that thing never went away, so we couldn't cross over. Now we can. So yeah, progress. This took about 6 hours to do. God damn it, man. At least it's not like Dark Souls, where suddenly everything works again. And now I'm all the way into the game. Oh yeah, about that. People, you should go over to that Dark Souls video. It's at the first 10 seconds of the What the hell are these guys? These guys are weird. The first 10 seconds of the video, there is a reference to, or a link to, the Dark Souls update video. Go over to that Dark Souls video and tell me, and just look at it. Look at the description. You'll find options on how I'm going to continue that playthrough because of how the suddenness and how I'm rusty and rustic and how I smell like cheese. Actually, I don't mind smelling like cheese. Cheese is nice. Who doesn't like a good cheese? If you don't like a good Parmesan, you're probably not human. I'm not a cheese connoisseur, but I do like a good variety of cheeses. I don't like brie. Who likes brie? What? How the fuck do you like brie? What's wrong with you? Go see a doctor about that. I'm not even kidding. I like how it isn't up. I think I just did everything wrong that could have been done wrong. Because it is not updating this place on the map. Glitchy stuff. So glitchy stuff. Much glitchy. Yeah, it just keeps dropping frames. And like, I don't want to deal with frames. These frames are super spooky. Jeez, Karn, you have the patience of a dead man. Oh yeah, I forgot, I can't skip any more cutscenes. This game has so much talk, but it's not even the fun kind of talk. Like, seeing all this, most of the dialogue is just fancy talk.
Could have managed this for days. It's all right. I've got you. Good landing.
Look at this guy could seriously change his opinion. You jump like a lass, mate. Oh, mate, you jump like a lass, eh? You think that's normal on this part, eh? Jumping like a little lass. What do you keep saying?
Impossible.
It's not impossible. You're impossible. Don't chuckle away. I imagine the voice actor looked at the script and he's like, he reads a little part that says, cannot pick up potion. It's like, impossible. And directly after that little cut, he started laughing. Just constantly laughing because it's such a hilariously bad line. So yeah, this game, as I said, is not as good as Darksiders 1. It's different, so you can't really judge it on the same premises, but even the combat mechanics are incredibly dodgy. By which I mean that literally the dodging is kind of horrible. Just watch a Yoshi Story playthrough. Do not blame me, it's not my fault. I blame the French. Who doesn't blame the French? Why wouldn't you blame the French? It's so easy. It's like, it's pretty much the pastime of Eurasia is blaming the French. Even if you're in boohoo Egypt, you will blame the French for everything. And the French are like, guess we won't stop the Germans next time. Everyone's like, you know what? I guess they weren't so bad after all. As if it couldn't get... I'm very confused as to what I'm really supposed to do with this. Death, you suck at your job. What even is your job? So far, we've seen your job is go to mystical worlds and have whimsical adventures. That's quite the job you have, Mr. Death. I wish I had that job. That sounds like a really nice job. Especially the whimsical part. I like whimsy. Who doesn't like a little bit of whimsicality? But always like, I'm grumpy. I'm a grumpy cat. I go meow meow. And I say, how about you hold the R button until you feel the click? Look, Karn, I made a boo-boo. I'm whimsical. This game is also a lot of dead weight. There are a lot of portions where there's not much happening. Like, the main reason the Darksiders 1 was good is you could explore and you could find stuff that was legitimately good. It wasn't just random drops. There was a reason to go places, to meet people, to do stuff. And yes, it copied a lot of The Legend of Zelda, and it took a couple of beat-em-up elements. But that's what made it good. It was a good Legend of Zelda clone. There's a difference between making Call of Duty clone, and it is basically Call of Duty, and making a Legend of Zelda clone that is much better than just the Legend of Zelda clone it does to be. Like, you get to see the bosses. In Legend of Zelda, you never get to see the bosses like that. So you get to, oh man, that's a pretty cool boss. Look at that. Look at that boss. He's chewing up that griffin. He's being a cool guy. Or she, in that case. I mean, Darksiders had a lot of world building, a lot of characterization. There was a very small cast, but because of it, it was a very strong cast. You can say what you want, but Darksiders was really good in terms of plot. A lot better than Legend of Zelda. And as I said, if you're better than the original, then by jolly, you've justified being a clone already. Even if it's just story, which is the main part. Well, even the combat was pretty alright. It was easy at times, but for the most part, it was really enjoyable. More than that of Skyward Sword. Fuck, I hate that system. It's Simon Says with blades! Whoever thought this was a good idea needs to be fired. God fucking... Just get the fuck out, console people, and you gotta have your gimmick of your console. Fuck off. That little touchpad thing? Fucking useless. Wii U pad? More gimmicky thing than really good for good gameplay because it's asymmetric, and asymmetric gameplay doesn't tend to work with more high-octane adventure. I can tell you that you're not going to reach a good audience with... No, you might. But asymmetric gameplay is a really tight fit. And even then, you have seen the party games. Those are all symmetric. It's just that you don't watch the big screen. So it's super fucking wonky. And then you have the weird touchpad, which I think Yassi's already made the point for that one. It's pretty much another set of buttons. It doesn't do anything. It doesn't have to be there at all. It's pretty much the Wii U pad, only smaller because, hey, we're not going to spend $1,000 on an iPad. And the Kinect. Well, I think the Kinect is the worst of them all. Even if it works, it's just such a weird thing. I mean... I understand that the Wii U fitness program sold well, and there is certainly a market there. But understand that motion controls are not supposed to be in a good game because they're finicky. A button input, a controller input, those are crystal clear and not vague. They're non-ambiguous. Non-ambiguous input is important for things such as fighters. You've seen those Kinect fighting games, right? They are either A, impossible to play, or B, way too easy because of how finicky the controls are. If you have to compensate for your control method, please take a look at Dark Souls and realize that that means you made a horrible game. I'm not even kidding with that. Like, Dark Souls has a very weird control scheme compared to what most people are used to. But it works. It works. The control scheme in Dark Souls works perfectly. Once you get the hang of it, it's just right. It's everything it needs to be. But when you have the Kinect, you're just dealing with a lot of problems that nobody really wants to tackle. You're going to have to justify everything you do simply because you want to do it. Man, where the hell is this place going? I'm not saying it's impossible to make a good Kinect fighter. I'm just saying that it's not going to be fun. And you're going to have to cut millions of quarters. It's more Grey Temple. Remember how in Darksiders every environment felt incredibly unique and interesting? You had the church, you had the train tunnels that were flooded and all that sort of stuff. What else did you have? I'm kind of dodging it. Oh yeah, you had the tower. You had the demon camp was super cool too. You had really distinct environments and every dungeon felt unique. This is an MMO thinly disguised as an actual game. The game. I don't know how we get over there. I mean, it could go in the water. It's always kind of wonky in a game like where there's just instant death spots that there's water you can swim into. But Jasmine said, I'm not saying that you shouldn't try the Kinects. I'm just saying that it isn't a mechanic it's a very difficult to get right mechanic. That's what I'm trying to say. Like, you could get it to work, but it would take a lot of effort, testing, all that sort of stuff. It's not like the Wii mode. The Wii mode, you can just say, oh, let's make a wiggle mechanic. Let's have the player wiggle around a bit. That's perfectly fine. That's a very good, always accessible technique, and if you make it sensitive enough that it always works, then kudos to you. You've got a button that pretty much exists in the ether. That's always good. Can I get up here? I can't get up here, can I? I want to get up there. Can I get up there, please, sir, mister? Mishta? No. And I can understand some of the principles of... Well, I think that the PlayStation touchpad would be very good for menu navigation. That is the biggest insult you can give to any sort of control scheme. It's only really good for menu navigation. But it is a strong suit, because the touchpad means you can very intuitively guide yourself to specific options. So, menu control would be a very good thing it could focus on. But for the rest, it's worse than the Wii U touchpad, because the Wii U, the big Wii U pad, as much as it is a big-ass pad that kind of drains you away, there's something going on there. There are a lot more things you can squeeze onto it. But this tiny controller piece of shit, I don't think it's gonna work at all. Because it's basically, as again, Yahtzee said it's basically a D-pad that's way out of the way. It's incredibly clumsy to use because of it's in the middle. You want to know why the start button and the select button on your Xbox controller are so easily accessible? Because you're probably not going to use them a lot. The black-white buttons were a horrible idea, which is why we don't have them anymore. And they got replaced, I think they replaced the bumpers, which is a great idea. Do you want to know why the Xbox menu button is in the center of the controller? Because you're not going to use it all that much. Everything you need to use is directly at your fingertips, literally. Reaching over to the center to do basic actions? Ooh, you're kind of pushing it. You're pushing it. You're pushing it bad. I'm not saying it couldn't work, again, but it's just really difficult to get it right, and it's not for every game. And because every console manufacturer's like, you gotta use your gimmick, especially Nintendo, then yeah, you're kind of pushing it. Did he just heal because he went too far away? That's really fucking nonsense. That is MMORPG class nonsense. Again, I get the sensation this was supposed to be an MMO in some way, shape, or form, considering how long you stick around this one boring area. Or maybe they were just lazy with the assets, who knows. Or maybe the writer just went too far. Okay, what else do I have to say? Oh yeah, the Wii U pad. You should watch Game Theory. They've made a very good point as to why the Wii U fucking blows in terms of design. Such as expensive technology, rush technology, low battery life, which I think is the biggest point. You never want battery. You know, you want to know why I never use a controller that needs to be recharged? I always use wired controllers. Because I don't want to be bothered in the middle of a piece of gameplay that I need to swap out batteries to plug in the charger. I just want to keep on going. That's pretty spooky. But yeah. I seriously do not get... I don't even know why those design choices went through. Like, we're gonna innovate, yay, and like, well, is it good? Is this... Like, the Wii U was innovation. The Wii was a nice innovation because it unlocked a whole brand new world. It didn't do it all too well because it was a little bit finicky, a little bit rushed. But it did it well enough. But the Wii U is like, this is not just innovation. This is really niche kind of technology. Yes, there are a lot of people who play mobile games, but they probably don't want to spend a lot of money on a big-ass console they A, cannot take everywhere, and B, kind of has a limited game spectrum. Like the Virtual Boy, which is another point Game Theory happily makes. Although it's a lot worse than you think. It's just not pleasant anymore. Why do I need this? Karn, you're the smart man here. Can you explain to me what the fuck these things are about?
Try not to get crushed, horseman.
Do I crush this big guy? That is incredibly mean. Dun 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 dun! No! I like how a machine that's supposed to carry stone debris fails at carrying stone debris. Or maybe it's just old, who knows. Sorry, Mr. Old Machine. I'll be taking this big-ass ball. I don't know where I take it now, but we will see. Let's go oh, it's probably up there. Oh, will you please come dance with me? I've got a cheese and it's a brie. I don't like it. I think it's a little bit... I think it hurts my tongue. It's like, oh my god, it's killing me. This evil... I need to drink. I need a drink right now. Sorry, excuse me. Man, that water turned warm. Ugh. Warm water. Look at how he moves. Jesus. I don't even know how old this game is anymore. Oh!
After you.
Hope I didn't just break it. Death, you suck. You are not a gentleman and or a scholar. Shut up, you always rest me. You look, I just walked like 5 miles. Where do we take this big ass ball? I really think this should have been RSVP'd or something.
You got this one.
Do 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 do. I've got this really. Okay, so we cannot remove the ball from this area. Do I crush the ball? I probably don't crush the ball again. That'd be silly.
Go.
Dust and Elysian Tail, give me a hint, please. I understand that I need to go there, but I don't think I have a key. Do I have a key? I might have picked up a key. There's probably a key I missed. That'd be bad, actually.
That'd break your neck.
Shut up, neckbreaker. I missed a pretty big chest. Not the chest we're looking for, though. How did I miss this? I guess I was... Oh yeah, because Death himself is in the way. But this isn't a chest with a key in it. It's just a chest with loots.
I cannot.
Yeah, sure you can. So this activated the Crusher, but the Crusher didn't really give us anything. It might have given us more than I bargained for. Did it break? Arn, I'm confused. Or do I just throw a bomb at it? Is that the thing? I have a bomb! What do I do with it? What can I do with this? I probably don't use it for this. Do I put a bomb in the crusher? It sounds like the wise thing to do.
Don't get flat in there, alright?
What do I do is the question. I guess the bombs are to break open that thing. So what's this ball for? I don't see anything I can put the ball in.
What you can find.
Even my bird's being useless.
After you.
Bird, you suck. Can you throw me up here, Karin? This doesn't look like too much of a toss. Karin, this shouldn't be a problem, right? I think his AI is refusing to. Yeah, I'm lost. Now, I'd say that you could... Wait a second. Ride one of those buckets, and I think I know how. I'm probably gonna kill myself, but hey, you know what they say, an apple a day and all that sort of
Try not to get crushed, horseman.
So that's right. Is there a delay on this thing? Karn, you need to give me a hint, please. Karn, you're in the way. Let your AI guide you. Okay, this lever's just stuck.
Don't get flat in there, alright?
It wouldn't even work anymore, dude. I wish I had a hint. But even my hint system's like, I don't know. Who knows? I know, Karn, but I'm getting a strange tingly sensation.
After you.
This ball is useless. Looking it up. I have a key. The game only tells you you have a key in the fucking menu. I remember the Darksiders told you you have a key on the basic heads-up display. God fucking damn it. I could save myself so much time. I'm more upset that the game just isn't like, here, you have a key. Come on, people. I can't be bothered to remember everything. Also, you can get an achievement for jumping off all of those 3 balconies into the water. That's a bit of a stretch, don't you think? It's called the Triple Lindy. No idea why they make that. It's like, ha, ha, do this thing 3 times. It's super funny. And like, no. It's pain to get up there. Not that much of a pain, but it's still not something I do on my 3 Sundays, you know? I still don't see why you'd ever want to use a wrath potion. I just haven't found a scenario where using a wrath potion really has been a necessity. Health potion, maybe. Wrath?
Not even a scratch. Just a minor setback. I'll take care of this.
Yeah, you really took care of this one. You sure managed to do something alright. Man, I'm reviving series left and right. First Dark Souls, then this. What series am I going to revive next? Who knows? Probably none of them, because I now have way too many things to do. No, you could have just barred off this pool of water if there's nothing to do. Could have put a nice... Well, there's no glass. I don't know why there, but there's just no glass. I guess because glass is kind of hard to make. Because glass is a physical object that allows you to see through. For a rendering engine, that is super weird. Because normally everything's like solid, right? Like if there's something in the way and the Z buffer says that one thing is in front of the other, why would you render it? Opacity is incredibly weird for a rendering engine. It's like, this is... Why? Why? Physical objects are physical. They don't work like that. I guess to a degree they don't. I'm gonna shoot your achy breaky arts.
Good threat, horseman. I'll get it. Let's put this stone to good use.
Put your head to good use and smash something open with it. Your head would make a lovely nutcracker. Just go kapow! And say achy breaky art. Still like how there's a skull in the middle of nowhere that is basically just that. Stop knocking away people. I really need to go to the bathroom soon, so. Holy smackaroni, you sure smacked his smacker. Suddenly the water rises. As if by the strike of thunder. That's a Dutch saying. You should try it once. You know what? Even when we do finally go to the next area, it's still going to be, hey look, it's the same dungeon 1700 times. Only with light puzzles. Everyone loves a good light puzzle. They do, right? Light puzzles are cool these days, right? Yay. Dun, 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 dun. See ya! Don't bother holding the door. It's not your job anyway. Make brick art. A brick art. It's a breakable art piece.
From the heart to the stone, the lifeblood flows.
Yeah! That's so pop culture.
There we go.
There we go. Hey, mate! Oi! Cool blowing me, mate. What you doing in my pockets? You know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna say we're gonna go back outside this dungeon.
I've thrown stones bigger than you. After you.
I say we continue this next time. But until then, let's actually... Oh man, we've got so many more new items to veer through. Let's go with this one. I want to do some new stuff. I want to get rid of this possessed weapon. Oh, wait. I keep mistaking. This is... Oh man. It's that piercing damage that does it. Oh, it's a buckler. Ugh. Bucklers essentially allow you to block, but the game is very weird about them. Oh, thorns. Well, screw you then. $26 and $13. Like this. Experience plus 4%. Nah, that's alright. Oh! Wrath on execute. That's kind of shitty with the experience. The defense does it. I haven't seen much elemental damage, which is why my defense is just insane, and my resistance is like, bleh! God, I hate how pigeons get on my roof. They make lots of noise. They're like, I'm a pigeon! Gonna flap, 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 and make noise on your roof! Still haven't beaten this guy up. I probably should right now. Let's do that.
I will break it. I'm surprised you've gotten this far.
Ho! Oh wow, we get a technique for that. That's pretty cool. Or is that just part of the level up? It's probably part of the level up because we got a little spickety spack.
Well, a battle won should never go unrewarded. You got lucky. Age isn't everything. So, Bathir, Echidna, Argyll, these you kill them all, and mayhap
Sounds like a challenge.
Bath one that
What? Then why seek my...
corruption has taken our forest.
I remember I actually already did these, so let's not care about them.
I returned home to my...
Jesus Christ, man, you are expensive. But on the upside, we just got a whole smack of techniques. There are leaderboards. I imagine that they are not filled. What is that whirlwind? X delay XX. XX delay. Okay. I like them. Let's finish off this amulet quest that I also have been postponing, and then we'll save and call it a day, because I'm kind of sick and tired of this game right now. I essentially played through it my entire Saturday to get where we are right now.
Ah, thank you. This talisman was...
No, but I believe I might...
What was old is new again. I will...
Selling everything I'm not using right now is the way to go. Let's make a heavy smack of cash! I don't care if they're rare or not. I really don't care. Actually, I kinda do. So I'll hold on to anything that's yellow. Yellows get to stay, but no one else.
I will...
Holy shit, look at all these smacks of cash! It's so many smacks! There's probably a good item that I just sold. But I really can't be bothered. I've really been postponing my loot dump too. Oh god, I gotta poop so bad! It's gonna go up my nose soon. I'm gonna go right now. That's actually pretty good. Oh wow! I bought them back, so anytime... That is so bad! That is so bad! They made it so that that message doesn't just pop up when you get it the first time. It pops up anytime you find it! This game is so bad. It's hilarious. Oh! What's that? That's pretty cool. But yeah, we're done for now. Also, if you have these ready, you always go in that sense, like... Oh no, I used to equip. Oh, right. But yeah, that's it for today. quick notice about... Quick notice about... Just get the face. That hair. A quick notice about coming Tuesday. I probably will not be able to record a video because I will be busy the entire day with stuff that I do not want to do. So my mood will be A, shitty, and B, I'll just be too busy to do anything anyway. I just look how his feet look like stubs. So yeah, I'll upload a video the day before, and hopefully it can get you through that day. If not, then I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry that I just caused you to die out of boredom. Fear not. For I'll be back another day. That is pretty damn powerful. Wow, I'm just amazed. I also like how incredibly impractical these weapons look.